security are defense, cybersecurity, and water security. So let's think about it. First, defense. In the midst of uncertainty and turmoil, America's support for Israel's security must be rock solid. And as Iran continues to launch ballistic missiles, while it arms and funds its terrorist proxy Hezbollah, we must stand with Israel. As Hamas maintains its control of Gaza and fires rockets across Israel's southern border, we must stand with Israel. And as ISIS and civil war in Syria destabilize the region, displacing millions and threatening shared security interests, we must support all those affected by ongoing violence and terror, and we must stand with Israel. Our defense relationship is critical to both nations, which is why I support the United States' commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. It is why I support full funding for Israel, including for the Arrow, David Sling, and the Iron Dome missile defense systems, which save lives. And that's why I am fully committing to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge. At the same time, the United States must never permit Iran to develop a nuclear weapon.
The Middle East is fucked. We should know we fucked it. 6 of the 10 fastest growing economies are in sub-Saharan Africa, countries rich in mineral wealth. Coltan for our computers, cobalt for our batteries, phosphates for our agriculture, nuclear ore for our power. These are the things, gentlemen, that the wars of the next 20, 30 years will be fought over. A huge deposit of cobalt was discovered in Mali just over 2 years ago. Back then, we approached the Malian government about mining rights. They told us that those rights were going to the Chinese. So we set about to create the conditions to make sure that wouldn't happen. Just last week, one of our Australian subsidiaries, thank you, Lachlan, secured those rights. Our pilot project in Mali hit a few bumps, but I'm delighted to report that it worked. And if it can work there, there's no reason it can't work in other mineral-rich countries across Africa. We create the chaos, and then we move in and capitalize on that chaos. We're looking at the long term here, gentlemen. Rates of return that'll make Iraq and Afghanistan look like chicken feed.
Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Harukakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. The 144,000 men pushing this truth in wholehearted sincerity across the 4 winds. It's the Aki Aikwab. Back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai. And Yahweh Rekazat is edifying. You know, what you just watched was a video of Kamala Harris speaking about how America must stand with Israel, okay, and be rock solid in the support of Israel, okay, and to the effect of $38 billion to the military of Israel, to the defense to fight Palestine. You know, and if you know, I'll say this. You know, Americans are so sleep and so in their own dream world that they don't even realize that they're being raped. They don't even realize that they're being bamboozled, used. Okay? But anyways, America has never, as a matter of fact, he's always been at war. America has always been at war. All right? They've always, those Edomites in that country have always been at war. Whether it was Vietnam, Korea, Japan, okay, Libya, Syria, Yemen, Panama, okay, within itself, Afghanistan, Iraq. This country has always been at war. It has always taken something that doesn't belong to them. It has always been in another country's problems or in another country's issues, creating more problems so they can benefit more off of it. Okay? So this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved? And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay? Because we are in a time right now where this all hell, chaos is about to break out. This world is going to be thrown into chaos. Why? First off, because of the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. Exodus 3 and 15 tells you the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. Okay? But that he that may read it, runneth, may run. Run to what? To these scriptures. Run to get right. Run to be in the correct vibration and mindset. Okay? Run to be in the mind of losing everything, but knowing that the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to protect you. Okay? Because Esau, he can't help be what he is, which is crooked, perverse, a man of war, hatred in his heart. Okay? He's not satisfied with blood. Okay? Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You see? It seemed like it's taking forever. You know, especially to the prophets, they be wondering like, come on, man. Come on, Lord, destroy this place, man. It seemed like it's taking forever, but it's not. Okay? Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. His soul which is lifted up. Esau's soul has been lifted up. He's put this whole world into perversiveness, okay, into wickedness. He's in the power seat right now. All right? Yeah, also, because he transgresseth with wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Okay? And Yahweh desire, I'll put pictures up to show you that Esau is not a keeper at home, man. Here America is with all of these problems, all of these things that's going on in this country, and yet you want to give Israel $38 billion? $38 billion? What do the American populace gain from this? What do the people gain from giving a country $38 billion? What is America gaining from it? Okay? Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Esau has taken everything from everybody, man. He's never satisfied. Shall not these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay with debt, with wickedness and iniquity. Okay? Shall they not suddenly rise up and shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the raiment of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. America has blood all over it. Just picture America dipped in blood. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I speak from experience, man. I speak from a point of view of being in Esau's military, man. Okay? I speak from a point of view kicking in doors and shooting Iraqis and taking shit that ain't ours, man. Finding large and huge caches of money and heroin, and this shit just disappearing by the CID. You know? Going into people's homes in the crack of night, in the middle of the night, man, 3 a.m. That's how they come. All right? Let me keep reading, man. Habakkuk 2:9. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Though thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. You see? They have sinned against their own. They have cut off many nations, man. Starting with the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Look at what they did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Japanese. They made all nations bend to their will. Why? With war. How? With war. With destruction, man. With the sword. Was not Esau blessed with the sword in the book of Genesis by his father, Isaac? He's going to live by the sword and die by the sword? Okay? All right? For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Okay, so that's talking about, if I'm not mistaken, about Israel crying out unto the Lord, and Yahushua is going to answer them. Behold, it is not out of the Yahweh of hosts that people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for vanity. Salakia, I missed 12. Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city with iniquity. And that's what America was built off of, blood and iniquity. Raping, robbing, murdering, buck breaking, massive amounts of money gained by unpaid labor, by slavery. Okay? That's hello. And all of the things that they've done through wickedness and iniquity. Okay? They've gotten the whole world to drink their wine, to believe what they say, to be even beneficial unto their wickedness, man. You got many companies profiting off of this war with Esau, man. Profiting off of war with Esau. When you was in Afghanistan, you saw the Italians, you saw the British, you saw the French, you saw the Chinese, you saw all of these different companies there benefiting, making money off of the soldiers. Okay? They have a saying in the army will give you $100 and take back 99 because they put you in a position where you need them. They put you in war and then they give you everything you need and then charge you for it. Okay? Verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh as the waters cover the sea. And that's what we're seeing right now. That's what we're seeing right now. That's why you see over there in Israel, they're trying to deport the Negroes that are over there. Because they're absolutely terrified of this truth because it's being prophesied. It's coming to pass. The things that are written in these scriptures are coming to pass. Even though it was said that we should not go over into Israel until the Lord comes back and places us there. But still, regardless, they're trying to deport them because they're absolutely terrified, man. Okay? And this world has been pushed into the four corners of the earth. You got a camp here in Germany. You got a camp in Bolivia. You got a huge camp in Netherlands. You got a camp all over, camps all over America, man. All over Babylon. Okay? Woe to him that giveth his neighbor to drink, that puttest thy bottle to him and makest him drunken, so that thou mayest lookest upon their nakedness. And that's what they have done. Okay? Who put Saddam Hussein in power? Look it up. The George Bush, the first Bush administration put Saddam Hussein in power. supplied him to do all his will. And then once he wouldn't bend to their will. So yeah, Salakia Akim, I had some problems. So I had to finish this lesson later. So anyways, this is Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Okay, and Esau has done that. Esau has given nations, like for example, Iraq. Esau has put had put Saddam Hussein in power, and made him drunken, by pushing their philosophies and doctrines on them, all the while to put him in debt, to get him to do their will, to bend to his will, or get his will to bend unto the will of Babylon. That's pretty much like you get your friend drunk so you can see, so he can tell you the truth about certain things or his personal business. That's the same thing. Verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. All right. So Esau has to drink of that cup, the same cup that we drink of. Okay. In Jeremiah, what does it say? Jeremiah 49:12. For thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou he that shall go altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste. All right. And when you say all the cities thereof shall be a perpetual waste, a desolation, a reproach, a waste, Esau and his chief cities are going to become a desolation and a perpetual waste. All right. So this is when it says foreskin, let your personal things, man, let your foreskin be covered, pulled back. That's showing what you really are, man. All right, the things that are protecting you, let it be taken away. All right. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts, which made them afraid because of men's blood. You see, which made them afraid because of men's blood. Many nations were afraid of you. All right, many nations were afraid of you because they knew you had the power to destroy. But that's being taken away. They're starting to be on the same level as you. All right. And for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. All right. The violence of the land. And this in America, if you look up America, hold on. Okay. Let me go back. Look at it right here. The U.S. has been at war 222 years out of 239 years of its inception. Okay? America has been at war 93% of the time. All right? Since 1776. It's only been at peace for less than 20 years. Okay? If you don't if you don't see what that place is, man. You don't see what America, Babylon really is. It was and then you go to here. Look what it says. All right. I think it's 37. Genesis 27:38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me even also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and thou shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of his blessing, because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. See, so Esau been slaying Jacob from the jump. He hated us from the beginning, man. So the point I wanted to make is, for the violence and the point of making because which made them afraid because of blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city and all that dwell therein. All right. And it shows you that Esau is in rulership in Babylon. That Esau's power seat is in Babylon, man. Modern day America. All right. What profiteth the graven image that the maker thereof have graven it? All right. And that graven image is telling the world that the so-called white man are the saints. The so-called that Esau, Edom is Yahushai. All right. The molten image and the teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusteth therein, to make dumb idols. Woe to him that saith unto wood, Awake, to the dumb stone, Arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. Behold, but the Lord Yahweh is his holy temple. Let the earth keep silence before him. But anyway, so the point I wanted to make is that Esau has hell to pay. All right. Esau creates the problem, and he comes in and profits off that problem. All right. Until next time, Shalom.